Hi everybody, I am Jody, Purple on 3. Welcome to the Spyder Garage. Today I have something really exciting to show you. It's a mod that is so easy to do, I don't even need to be wearing my overalls. And guess what? Tommy G, he's not wearing his overalls and he's not touching anything on here. Torquey Tommy, because we're not taking any chances. So let's get into it. So I had a subscriber reach out to me via email, Dan and his wife Erin from California, Spyder owners, and they wanted to send me something to try out. It's the turn signal button. On my 2018, I sometimes had an issue with canceling the turn signal. Sometimes the turn signal on the Spyder does not self-cancel. That would be if you're not making like a 90-degree turn, if you're changing lanes, that's when you have to cancel. To do that, you had to press on this tiny little section here. The problem is sometimes I would accidentally turn it on the other way. So if I was canceling a left turn signal, I'd end up turning my right turn signal on. So I don't think it's really an issue of hand size. I have pretty small hands. I know Dan said his hands are large and he has trouble wearing gloves and canceling the turn signal. Now I always wear gloves when I'm riding. So my summer gloves are climb induction gloves, very well worn as you can see. And then my winter gloves are the held gloves. And so when you're wearing gloves, you do lose some dexterity, so that can make it a little harder to cancel. So I said on my 2018 I had an issue with that. It was much harder. The 2023 when I got it, I noticed it was easier to cancel, but yet I would still find myself making that mistake of accidentally turning it on the other way. Okay, like I said, this is a really easy install. The only equipment you need would be a flathead screwdriver. So you're going to pry off your old turn signal button. Before I put the new one on, we're going to compare the size. I'm going to show you what these look like side by side. So here they are side by side. The old button is 9/16 by 7/16 by 5/16. And the new button is a little bit bigger. It's 9/16 by 1/2 inch by 6/16 according to my measurements. You can see you have a bigger surface area, a bigger spot for your thumb to be able to cancel the turn signal. Here's a side view and you can see the new button is just a smidgen taller. Here we have the old one and here we have the new one. We're going to pop the new one on. It can only go one way. And I think you can see that when you put it on. There's the old one. So the slot is sort of at the bottom. Just put it on and press it firmly. Ah, it just feels so much smoother. Yeah, that's so much easier. Tried it out for 100 miles yesterday and I loved it. This is my new turn signal indicator. Okay, what's so great about the turn signal indicator is the problem is and maybe not for everybody, and it certainly was better on my 23 than my 2018, but I still found myself when you're riding on the interstate, lane changing, and you have to self-cancel, I would accidentally push the original signal trying to cancel it and I'd end up turning it the other way. And I noticed, Tommy G, when you were riding my old Spyder and I was following you, you did the same. So it doesn't seem to matter if you have big hands or little hands.
Big gloves or little gloves.
It just happens. So maybe
it is a small, the Can-Am switch is a small switch.
Right.
Well, you know what, Purple, there's just one way to see if it really works.
What's that, Tommy G?
Let's go on the interstate and try it.
Okay, let's go. I'm changing lanes. I'm canceling. Oh man, that's sweet.
Better change the lanes again, see if it still works.
Going left. Canceling. Sweet. Going right. Canceling. It's the little things. But wait, there's more. It's like an infomercial. Now, let's go back a little bit. I said that Dan and Erin sent these to me, but I wanted to tell you that Dave is who invented these. He has made these on his 3D printer. He is a retired engineer, and he's the one that, if you're interested in these, you can get in touch with him, and we'll talk about that at the end. Okay, so the other part of this mod is we are going to add a pad to the shifter button here. You see how my hand has to reach? We're going to add this pad to make this thicker and closer. So the first thing that we're going to do is wipe it off with an alcohol wipe. Dan and Erin sent this to me also, but this is something that Dave, the retired engineer, has made. They both use them on their Spyders. You know, it's really nice when people make improvements to their Spyders, especially for safety reasons or for comfort reasons. I mean, we all talk about windshields and seats and foot pegs, etc., floorboard. You are using the shifter a lot, so this is something that can really help, and it's nice to have those who are able to come up with these designs. So both of these work on 23 models and older. So we're going to peel off this tape. This is room temperature. I didn't want to put this on yesterday when it was cold, so I waited till it was warm. So I had that cleaned off. I'm going to firmly hold that on for a few seconds. Oh my gosh, I can literally feel the difference already. It's like right there. I don't have to struggle with moving that thumb. And I have arthritis right here, so this is an issue for me. Oh my gosh. I gotta go, guys. No, I'll go in a minute. I'm gonna try this mod out today because the sun is shining and I need to try this out and get back to you and tell you how that works. If you're interested in purchasing the turn signal button and the shifter pad, get in touch with Dave. He is able to be reached at spyderbuttons@gmail.com, and I'll put that email link right here and in my description, and you can reach out to him. There's also a thread on the Spyder Forum about these buttons too. Anyways, I highly recommend you trying them out if you're having any of those issues, because it fixes it. So thank you so much, Dave, for taking the time to create these, and thank you again, Dan and Erin, for sending them to me. Tommy G, I gotta go. Can you go get my helmet and my shirt? I gotta go. I need to try this out right now. Well, of course I had to pop out here for a test ride of this new shifter pad. Oh wow, I can really tell the difference. So I switched out my gloves. I am using my winter held gloves, which are a little thicker than my climb summer induction gloves. Wow, that's nice. Oh my goodness, having that shifter button a little closer to the thumb is amazing. It's just nice to have that bigger turn signal button, especially if you're wearing gloves and heavier gloves at that. But guess what, guys? We did that mod, and no spiders were harmed in the making of this video. I think the secret is to keep Torquey Tommy away from the tools. So Dan and his wife Erin and Dave both have Spyder RT Limiteds, and Dan and Erin love these turn signal buttons and shifter pads so much that they have bought some from Dave, and they give them out to other riders when they come across them. Isn't that nice? So I'm grateful that they decided to send a set my way. Very much appreciate that, guys. And like I said, I think it's neat when someone with an engineering mind or someone has an idea to improve something and actually can do it. And these two things are not expensive improvements, just something to make the ride better and safer. Oh yeah, that shifting. I love it. If I didn't have my modular helmet on, you'd probably see bugs in my teeth from me smiling. And you know what? It looks nice too. So thank you for the innovative and creative design, Dave. So again, if you're interested in these buttons, the shifter pad and the turn signal button, just email Dave at spyderbuttons@gmail.com and he will hook you up. What a wonderful community the Can-Am family is.